Alrighty, guys and gals, get your superpowers ready to make this awesome little superhero cuff today. It's kind of gothic, kind of that gives you that old the mascara feel. So first thing you're going to need is to get some scraps of faux leather. That's what I'm using here. Or you can use real leather, it doesn't matter, it's up to you. And I'm just cutting random scraps because I want this to be really random pieces. Alright, so once I've got the scraps cut, I'm going to glue along the edge, leaving a little overlap of about 3/4 of an inch. And that's just to make sure that you don't have to sew through that glue every time. I did end up doing a little bit of that, but just doing it right there on the edge keeps it, keeps it together but doesn't get in the way of your needle so much. Alright, so once I've got everything glued together, I'm going to let it cool for a minute, and then I'm going to come in and measure. And my wrist is about 7.5 to 8 inches around, so I'm cutting about 9.5 to 10 inches because I'm going to do a fold over on the ends, and then I'm smoothing up the edges there. Alrighty, so once you've got that done, you're going to get some embroidery floss and an embroidery needle. And I'm just doing all kinds of random different stitchings. I did a blanket stitching all along the outside and different stitches on the inside. It's up to you what you want to do, and I'm not demonstrating stitches here. So if you want to look at different types of stitching, you can go online and Google that. Blanket stitch is pretty easy. Now, all total, this little project here took me about 2.5 hours. I had some clips like this one here that I've sped up that were almost 20 minutes long, so it would be really difficult to show this in real time. You guys would get bored after a few minutes. Bought this faux leather for another project and ended up never doing that project because it didn't work out the way I planned. So basically, my suggestion to you is make sure you got plenty of time to work on this, because it does take quite a bit of time doing all this hand stitching, but it really is worth the final outcome. Alrighty, so you can see here how this turned out, and I don't feel like you really need anything on the back of this faux leather. I'm not sure, I've never worked with real leather, so I don't know how that would turn out if you use real leather. But I used a snap closure. You can just use whatever you want to close it. You could use an elastic loop and a button, just any of that. And I'm using regular acrylic paint here, and I wanted the star to kind of have that not so neat look to it. And afterwards I went in and kind of blotched up the whole thing with some of that gold paint and outlined the star with puff paint. And there you have it. That is our superhero Wonder Woman rustic cuff. I hope y'all enjoyed this little video. Peace. Bye bye.